What's up, everyone? We got 08 E90 here. This one's a 335i rear-wheel drive. Today we're replacing the front wishbone control arms. Forgot what they're called. They're called tension springs on all data. So whatever you want to call them. It's the squiggly arms. We already replaced the driver's side. Same procedure for both sides. So I'm just gonna give you an overview, some torque specs, and show you how to get through this. So this bolt right here is a 22 millimeter. We're gonna zap that off. This bolt right here is an 18 millimeter. We're also gonna zap those two off. And then we can worry about getting the control arm off of the knuckle, which is usually the hardest part of this job. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So right now, our problem is this bolt is just spinning, which means we're probably gonna have to either one, heat it up, or two, we could hold this down with the torque socket, spin it off with the 22 wrench, or we could take a pry bar, add some pressure to this to hopefully try that, getting this bolt off. So we're gonna try that right now. All right, we did it off camera, but we just had a little pry bar here and zap right off. So we got this one off. Time to get this 18 millimeter off right here. All right, this is how the threaded bolt looks. Now the arm should just kind of swing down from under here, just like that. All right, so this might be seized into your knuckle. It was on this side. So if it is the case, all you gotta do is take a chisel with the hammer. You're gonna put the chisel in where that torque bit is, kind of hammer it up. If it comes off, great. You're good to go. The arm will come off. If it doesn't come off, just take your hammer. And again, this is aluminum, so just lightly tap over here. You want to break out that corrosion. And just, you saw that's what we did over there. Then I came back with the chisel, tapped it a little more, and then I took the hammer itself. Because we're not reusing this, I just went boom, boom, and it came off. This side was much easier. We didn't have to do anything. It just kind of came off with the light tap, and then the arm literally just slides right out. It's that easy. Literally, if this is not rusted, it comes off in what, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, if you have enough room with the lift. So very easy. Putting it back in, I'm gonna show you the torque specs that we use on the other side. But one thing to note is on the new one, do add a little bit of grease here or anti-seize, so you don't have to worry about it seizing in your hub again in case you ever have to take this arm off. So this is the picture on all data. So I was assuming it's 175. That's kind of what I'm going for. But we got it to about 150 Newton meters and it kind of felt fishy after that, so we left it. But just so you had the spec, and then this was the spec for a E90 rear-wheel drive. Tighten down in normal position, which we did. And this is for, I think, an XI. All right, so like I showed on the screen, the torque spec for this is 68 Newton meters plus 9 degrees. But first, you want to make sure we get it to normal range, which means we got to take the tension off the suspension. What I like doing is putting a jack pole or floor jack or whatever underneath the control arm and slowly put the lift down just until, you can see the suspension starting to set, just until I get the car a little off the pad, right there. I don't want to get too much off because it can get a little dangerous, but now the suspension's completely settled in. The bushing has the correct stress amount on it. It's at 68 Newton meters. Yep. Go ahead and torque it down.
Am I slowing now? Yep.
There you go. Now once you get that 68 Newton meters, we want to hit the 90-degree angle. So I'm gonna set my torque wrench down. Good angle 0. Torque zeroing, set still. Bring this down to 60. I'm sorry, I meant 90. It's supposed to be a 90-degree angle. If you don't have a fancy torque wrench like this, you can literally just do like a 90 degrees, start there and just turn it 90 degrees. But because we have the torque wrench, might as well use it. Go ahead. You can ratchet it back and it'll hold on to it. There you go. And we're done with that. We're now gonna hit 175 Newton meters on this big one. Honestly, it kind of seems like a lot, but let's try it out. At least we can get it a little bit more tightened and then we'll feel okay. Right now it's impact tightened. So you might have to turn the knuckle so you're going the right way. Yeah. There we go, we got it turned all the way. Let's see what we get for torque. Yeah, so the impact did a good enough job. We're at 170 foot-pounds, so make sure you have that washer on there, torque that down, and voila, the job is done. That side's in, that side's in. The whole job, start to finish, took us under an hour, right? Including racking the car up, figuring it out, and dealing with this arm being stuck. So it's not a difficult job, obviously much easier on the lift, and I'm sure you can still do it on the ground. So thank you for watching, and until next time, peace.